you watched EVO this weekend, you may have felt like you were seeing double for more than one grand finals. That's because for 6 straight main stage games, we had mirror matches. The grand finals of Mortal Kombat 11, King of Fighters, Melty Blood, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and Tekken 7 all featured players both using the same character. Unfortunately, many people have used this as an opportunity to complain about how stale the meta is in certain games, and there's some validity to that. These games are getting older, especially Ultimate Marvel, which is over a decade old by this point. Every year, the meta becomes more complex and refined, but it also narrows to a point where all players know what is the strongest generally. And this isn't your local. These players aren't looking to have fun at this point. They're playing whatever gives them the best chance to win. If that means playing Fujin to run out the clock or letting it rock with fusions in Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's what players are going to do. And there's some understandable and fair disappointment from spectators in seeing the same matchups represented over and over again. But what I absolutely cannot get behind is the insane amount of hate some people are getting for playing certain characters, and the corresponding sentiment that players are carried by their character. If you want to have a nuanced discussion about character strength, there's a time and a place for it. And that time is not seconds after a player wins, and that place is not on Twitter. Let's say, as a random example, you dislike Ken.
Ken is so broken, he breaks perfect parry. I just proved it on camera.
Let's say you dislike Ken so much that instead of congratulating a player for winning the largest fighting game tournament in the world, you type some stupid ignorant shit like this instead.
Ken has won SF6 at EVO. What a shocking twist nobody saw coming.
What a shocking twist of surprising fate there, right?
I realize using DSP in any context is kind of just cheating, but he is unfortunately a good example of a sentiment that some people really do hold. Zero May Cry, Fujin, Happy Chaos, Ken, all these characters have their haters and people jumping up to take away success from players who pilot them. Yes, Ken is strong. He has extremely safe and reliable normals, high damage, good mobility, and can play very well around most situations. I don't think anybody is going to fight you on that. And yet, in North America to this point, the character has only won 2 tournaments and 0 offline events, obviously excluding EVO, which he just won. That's just 2 wins compared to 6 from Cammy, 6 from Guile, 4 from Mena RD's combo of Luke and Blanca. It's also just 1 more tournament win than Jamie, who placed higher than 2 Ken players, Chris CCH and Zero Blast, to win TNS4. Good players will naturally gravitate towards strong characters, but the strongest characters are always made to look absolutely busted by world-class players. Even if you dislike a character or think they're too strong, oftentimes you're just looking at the best, most optimal players in the world play them, which reinforces whatever it is that you don't like about them in the first place. Congrats to Angry Bird and all the winners of EVO this year. They won because they are the strongest, full stop.